Good evening everyone and welcome to Gundam News. And this week we're starting with a little bit of Gunpla news, but don't get too excited just yet because it is unfortunately a limited kit. On the 20th and the 21st, Bandai will have a booth in the free area of the Inazuma Rock Festival 2025. And at this booth, they'll be selling various limited edition Gunpla, amongst them a pre-sale of the high-grade Mighty Strike Freedom Recirculation color / neon blue version. It goes for 3,300 yen, 22 US, and as the name indicates, it is mostly made out of recycled black plastic with some nice blue highlights mixed in there. And the other thing setting it apart from the base kit is that it also comes with a new marking sticker sheet. In terms of parts and accessories though, it is still the same as the base version. Plus, for as long as supplies last, people buying the kit at the festival will also get a limited edition Inazuma Rockfest 2025 marking sticker sheet. And if all of this Gunpla building made you hungry, then this week we also got two food-related news topics. First up, we got a Gundam-themed commercial for Hot Pepper Gourmet, which is Japan's largest online restaurant reservation platform. In the commercial, we see Char and Dren having a nice dinner with some underlings, while Ramba and Haman are leaving the establishment. And as some people have pointed out, while Char did take off his gloves during the dinner, he didn't remove his helmet. How impolite of him. If you want to watch the short commercial yourself, I will have it linked down below, but it is only in Japanese. Although it isn't region locked, so you can just watch it as is. And the second thing is that Gundam-themed chocolates will again become available at several Japanese retailers at some point in mid-January, making them the perfect Gundam-themed Valentine's Day gift. We've got Char Zaku's chocolate case with a case that is shaped like the head of his Zaku, a One-Year War Mobile Suits tin, a Lock-On chocolate tin Gundam vs. Zeon, an Operation V chocolate box, a Zaku chocolate box, a Unicorn Destroy Mode long tin, and a Banshee Destroy Mode chocolate tin. There's a little bit for everyone here. For the figures then, we got this teaser image for the Premium Bandai Festival 2025, which will be held from October the 6th until October the 13th. It says metal build in the top left, and we've got two mystery mobile suit silhouettes, with one of the two being a bit more mysterious than the other. In the background, we've clearly got the Impulse flying around, together with the Force Impulse pack, but the machine in the foreground, I'm not really sure what that thing is supposed to be. The shoulder makes me think that it's some kind of Impulse variant, but the sword is throwing me off. I don't remember any Impulse variant ever using a sword like that, and it's actually reminding me more of the swords used by the Strike Noir, but that thing already has a metal build. After a bit more thinking then, I came to the conclusion that the sword is probably just a metal buildified version of the sword Impulse's Excalibur. The metal builds do have a tendency to make things more fancy, which then explains why the sword doesn't look exactly like the Excalibur. Meanwhile, on the gaming front then, there was a short-lived dream of SD Gundam Capsule Fighter coming back. On Steam, a game was listed simply called SD Gundam Online, and the developer was supposedly Softmax, the original developers of SD Gundam Capsule Fighter. But just as fast as it appeared on Steam, it got its name changed to Star Battle, and all of the promotional images and videos showing Capsule Fighter were replaced with a low-res image of a temple and this quote-unquote teaser video, which I highly suspect was made with AI. But despite the title being changed, the description does still have Gundam and Mobile Suit in it, so there's definitely some very shady shenanigans going on here with this thing. And from what I've been able to find online, this was allegedly just a private server that somehow managed to make it onto Steam because the owner of that private server was cosplaying as Softmax and was able to convince Steam that he was in fact Softmax. Now, private servers are nothing new, and they do play a very important role in the preservation of video games, but in this case, it all feels very weird and shady. Who knows what is eventually going to be published here? I would recommend staying far away from this thing, but I did add it to my wish list so that I could be updated when this thing eventually goes live. I want to see what happens with this. I'm not going to download it, but I want to see what happens with it. That being said, SD Gundam Capsule Fighters definitely was a really nice time while it lasted, and I did have a lot of fun with my Gym Sniper too. But on to the official Gundam games. In Gundam Battle Operation 2 for the PlayStation, the Zaku 2 High Mobility Type 06R3S has joined the fray, while on Steam the Fail Not has become available. In UC Engage we got a new Battle Rush event, new Combat Power Augmentation operations, and a new event unit assembly for the UR-Ko Uraki and his UR-GPO-1 Full Burnian. And as the Gundam G Generation Eternal has been pretty busy as well. First of all, the Iron-Blooded Orphans Gecko event has gone live, giving us new units like the SSR Gundam Astaroth Rinashimento, Gundam Dandelion, and Gundam Voile Yuhana. And in addition to those, you could also go for the UR Astaroth Rinashimento EX with UR Argy Mirage, the UR Xeon EX and UR Char Aznable, and the UR Supporter Lala Soon and Zanzibar. And for yet more units, the half-anniversary Early Bird Unit Assembly campaign has gone live, which will not just get you a bunch of extra pulls, but will also give you your favorite SSR, SR, and R units. Plus, we've also got new stages and event missions for the Eternal Road. So it shouldn't come as a surprise that the game has once again hit number 1 on storefronts in certain regions, which then netted players 3,000 diamonds. And for future updates, they announced that on the 23rd they'll have a producer's livestream. It'll be in Japanese with English subtitles, and the title card promises some things for the half anniversary. And finally, over at the Arsenal Base arcade game, 4 Squad Season 4 FQ boosters have become available with a total of 35 cards to collect. 28 are normal cards, and 7 are alternate versions of those normal cards, with the flagship cards of this collection being Zahard Galette and the Gundam Legolas, Captain Ash and the H2 Darkhound, Marita Cruz and the Kashatra Repaired, and Zabine Charo and the Crossbone Gundam X2 Kai. In other news then, Gundam manuals have been installed in Mito City in Ibaraki, featuring the RX-78 in front of the Mito Art Tower and the Goof in front of the Mito Castle Ottoman Gate, and a Gundam-based satellite store will set up shop in Kanazawa on October the 31st. But for the people who want to visit the store on the first days, from October the 31st to November the 7th, entry is restricted to people who entered the advanced lottery. And then on September the 20th, Gundam is having a collaboration with the Oita Space Hike 2025, an event that is meant to educate people about space, so it is a perfect fit for Gundam. They'll have a Gunpla recycling stand, a photo booth, a message board, and even a stamp rally for a little souvenir. As for the things you could get this week then, the most exciting releases for Western audiences were no doubt the once premium Bandai Limited Deathscythe Hell, Heavyarms Custom, Sandrock Custom, and Altron High Grades now being released as regular kits, complete with new box art befitting their new standard release status. So now let's just hope that this wasn't just a one-time thing that they did for the Gundam Wing 30th anniversary, and instead something that they might do again in the future. Alternatively, they could also just make premium Bandai less shit by making stuff more available and, I don't know, making it available worldwide. But let's be realistic, that is not going to happen. It is way more realistic that they make more premium Bandai Limited kits, non-premium Bandai Limited kits. On the 15th then, we got the bulk of Japan's releases. Going from cheap to expensive, we first had the Gundam Niformation Wafers Volume 4, Freedom of Space. One package will set you back 143 yen, around $1, and comes with one vanilla flavored wafer and one of 36 stickers, 4 of which are secret. And if you're lucky, you can even get a package containing 2 stickers. One of the standard 36 stickers and a HGAC rare parallel sticker. Gotta catch 'em all. Next up then, for 715 yen a pop, 5 US, you could go for the 10th lineup of Mobility Joined Gundam. The series of SD mobile suits that focuses on making them as mobile as possible. Relatively speaking, of course, because these are small and cheap figures, so there's only so much mobility you can give them. But the available sets are the Double Zeta Gundam A, Core Top, Double Zeta Gundam B, Core Base, both of which then combine to form the massive Double Zeta Gundam. We've got the Cubile, Quattros Rig Diaz, the Standard Rig Diaz, X parts for the Double Zeta Gundam to turn it into the full armor Double Zeta Gundam, X parts for the Cubile to display it with her fin funnels flying around, and X parts for the Rig Diazes, which come with 2 clay bazookas and parts to turn Quattros Rig Diaz into the Shuzram Rig Diaz. This makes for a total of 8 to collect, and every set of course also comes with a soda flavored piece of chewing gum. And then finally on the 15th, you could gacha for the Mobile Suit Gundam Capsule Action Hatsune Miku Color Version Premium Gachapon. And what makes this Gachapon so premium is that the figures inside are much more elaborate than those in standard Gachapon machines, but that of course also means that they are much more expensive. Standard Gachapons range from 300 to 500 yen, but this one will cost you 1,500 yen, around 10 US. So that can really add up if you just want one specific figure. With the possible results being the Gundam Miku version, which comes with a beam rifle, shield, and 2 open hands, Char Zaku Miku version, which comes with a Zaku machine gun and again 2 open hands, the Gundam Miku Clear version, which now also comes with a bazooka, beam javelin, and an active beam saber, or Char Zaku Miku Clear version, which now also comes with a Zaku bazooka and a Heat Hawk. And then just today, Primaniacs has set up shop in Diverse City. The event is called Gundam Series Fragrance Shop in Diverse City Tokyo Plaza. It'll last from today until the 29th, and they're selling their entire lineup of Gundam character-themed perfumes. This includes already released ones, like the perfumes from Gundam Wing, Gundam Seed Freedom, and Witch from Mercury, as well as pre-sales of their Iron-Blooded Orphans perfumes and HGAC perfumes. So from today onwards, you'll be able to make yourself, or, something else, smell like Xavier, Nyan, Machu, Shuji, Shalia, Akihito, Eugene, Mika, Orga, Shino, or Yamagi. Each perfume will set you back 7,200 yen, 49 US, and as a special bonus, you'll also get a postcard featuring the character of the perfume you just purchased. For this week's reading material then, there was the big comic Superior, in which Gundam Thunderbolt is being serialized, and the paperback version of Genten, The Origin, has become available. This is an essay written by Yoshikazu Yasuhiko in collaboration with Mitsumasa Saito, and it also includes a brand new manga. They don't specify what this manga short is going to be about, but since it's in a book about the origin, I would assume that the manga short is also going to be about the origin. And then just today, pre-orders began for the Iron-Blooded Orphans 10th anniversary official art book, The World of Iron-Blooded Orphans. This massive collection will set you back 14,850 yen, 101 US, and consists of 3 volumes for a total of 720 pages. Volume 1 has all of the mech setting information, Volume 2 has all of the character setting information, and Volume 3 is an art book. And the information included in all 3 of these books doesn't just cover the main anime, they also have stuff from Order Hunt, the Gecko manga, and even the MSVs. And all of this is slated for a March 19th release. On to the apparel news then, where it was Cospa who kicked things off with some new HGAC related items. In late December, you'll be able to get a Zeon Forces Metal Carabiner for 1,430 yen, 10 US, a Zeon Forces Double Layered Stainless Steel Mug for 3,630 yen, 25 US, a The Gundam Is Telling Me t-shirt for 3,300 yen, 22 US, and a MAF t-shirt featuring the Red Gundam and the G-Quox for 4,950 yen, 34 US. But if you go to the Tokyo Game Show, which is held from the 25th until the 28th, you can already grab these t-shirts in pre-sale. And you could order some more G-Quox stuff from Bankore. Already releasing in November, you can get a Machu acrylic dialogue stand for 1,980 yen, 13 US, or a Machu and Nyan acrylic pear stand for 3,850 yen, 26 US. Meanwhile, over at Strict G, pre-orders began for another collaboration with the Kiss, bringing us some Haro-inspired jewelry. There's a silver Haro necklace for 15,400 yen, 105 US, silver Haro earrings for 13,200 yen, 90 US, silver Haro clip-on earrings for 14,300 yen, 97 US, or a Haro keychain for 4,620 yen, 31 US. And all of these will also become available in physical Strict G stores on January the 24th. And you can then store all of this stuff in these G-Quox themed folding containers. They go for 7,150 yen each, 49 US, hold about 50 liters, and are available in either Zeon Forces Green or Pomeranian's Purple. And I just noticed that I forgot to write down when these are releasing, so the release date will be on screen right now. And that has been all for this week's Gundam news. As always, a big thank you to the Patreon supporters. I hope everyone watching has a great evening, and I'll see you all next week with more Gundam news.